Thank you for tuning in to SANGAHZ the Podcast with me, Romeo Johnson, where we celebrate extraordinary singers and learn from industry veterans. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Romeo Johnson. Welcome to SANGAHZ the Podcast, the first episode of 2025. Man, we're going into a new year, guys. We made it. It's been quite interesting. Everything that happened in 2024, we survived. And then we get into 2025 and it's craziness right up top. First, let me take a minute to say to everyone who followed me and SANGAHZ the Podcast in 2024, thank you so much. I want to apologize and say thank you to the people who've been reaching out to me and saying, hey, when's the podcast going to come back? I started this thing in 2024. I interviewed a few people. I did a couple of episodes talking about different amazing singers. And then I backed off for a minute. I guess witnessing everything that was going on, I want to take a minute, reevaluate everything, and see exactly where I want to go with this. So SANGAHZ the Podcast, as you know, is a podcast that is geared to honoring amazing singers from the past, the current megastars, and even the up-and-coming artists. Singing is such a beautiful gift we were given by God. And then whether it's coming from us or whether it's some singers that we know that are amazing, that brings joy to our lives, we all love and admire an amazing singer. Whether it's Luther Vandross, Aretha Franklin, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, Ella Fitzgerald, or if it's Prince, Michael Jackson, or if it's Avery Wilson, and whoever it is, what a gift. Singing is such a gift to have an internal instrument that goes with you wherever. So this ultimately is what this podcast is about. But I pulled back because, at the end of 2024, when the Cat Williams interview came out on Club Shay Shay, and it was so much said in that interview, and it was such a huge reaction. Mind you, that was after there was already friction that came from Monique about the entertainment industry. There was a lot of fuss about Jaguar Wright and the things that she was saying, the accusations that she was making. Before that, the R. Kelly situation. So why am I bringing those things up? These are all things that are affiliated with entertainment. Obviously, singers are in the entertainment field. But before we were singers, we're people. We have personalities. We have character. We have morals. And to be involved in this entertainment industry, to be blessed with this gift by God, and then to be blessed with the opportunity to make a living, to raise our kids and buy homes and bless our families with this gift that God gave us. And then to be in an industry that so much is going on, I think it does everyone, especially the up and coming artists, a disservice to not address things, to just float through this industry and figure, well, you know what, I'm doing great. I'm just going to be quiet. And that's not to say that that we're here to bash anyone or to just go out of our way to call people out. But I do think, again, and you guys have heard me say this before, I think it's crucial that we take everything that we've learned in our careers, especially us veterans who have gone through this thing and had amazing careers, and we're on the other end of it. We survived it with our lives, with health, and with sanity, some would say. But I think it's our duty to talk. I personally want to talk to singers primarily, but I'm also going to be interviewing producers and writers and choreographers, people who work around these mega stars, these icons that we adore and that we love, and sometimes, unfortunately, that we put on a pedestal and turn them into gods. I think we should come together. I've lately been hearing this saying, learn, earn, and return. I first heard Denzel Washington say that. Then I heard someone else mention it again the other day. And it's interesting because I've always spoken about that. I came from Chattanooga, Tennessee, in a time where it just wasn't encouraged to pursue music as a career. But I chose to do it. And it's been great for me. My career has been super blessed. I couldn't ask for more. I've got more than I asked for. But at the same time, I saw people be tremendously blessed. And I saw people grow and their lives changed. And I also saw people hurt really bad and their lives changed in another way. I've seen people change their personalities. Some people say they sold their souls, or whatever you may call it, and to whatever degree that may be. I've seen it all. So when the other side of the industry started to be more exposed, from R. Kelly, and then Monique, talking about Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry, people who we look up to and admire, all of a sudden it started putting different lights on different people. And I think it's cool that we all have our own opinions about each of those people, because we all have our own individual experiences with these people. I've recorded with R. Kelly in the past. We're not friends. We weren't friends, but I've spent time with him. Most of you guys know I'm a professional vocal coach. I coached P. Diddy. I coached Cassie, both. I coached Diddy on 2 television shows on MTV. So when I see these things being exposed, a few things happen for me personally. I go back and I think about my experiences in these situations. Obviously, people have hit me up oftentimes to say, what's your opinion on this? Or what did you see? Did you see this? Did you see that? And I'm going to be addressing anything that you guys want to know. Feel free to ask. If you want to give me a topic to talk about in an episode, if you want to ask me something personally, please feel free to do it. Within these episodes in these series, sometimes I will do the pre-records like this. I will be doing live, and often I'll be doing interviewing other people. I mostly want to focus on interviewing other people because I want to get different people's input. We all have different experiences in this career, and we have different thoughts. Sometimes people base their thought of this industry on their particular experience. I feel I could look at my experience and I could have one thought about this whole industry. But as I went through 30 plus years, I saw areas where I was fine, but I saw other people being totally mistreated. I saw areas where I was targeted and other people were being treated fine. So there's going to be different stories, and that's what this is all about. I want us to just share in our experiences. I learned a lot from people that came before me. You guys know I talk about that all the time. There's so many amazing artists that I learned from that took me under their wings. And then, of course, as they say, I learned, I earned, and then I returned. So there's a lot of people who I mentor now. There's different generations. Music has changed. The industry has changed. I think there's a lot that the young artists can learn from the older artists. But I also think there's a whole lot that the older artists can learn from the younger artists. So that's what I want this to be about. I would love for us to use this platform to come together as singers, lead singers, new and upcoming singers, background singers, session singers. I want us to come together and just talk about how God has blessed us with this gift and how this gift has put us before kings and queens and made ways for us to make a living and supply for our family just from a gift that's inside of us. It's a beautiful thing. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to talk too long on this. I just want you guys to know 2025 SANGAHZ the Podcast is back. I will be doing a lot of interviews, talking about a lot of subjects that maybe, most people wouldn't normally talk about, but we're going to go in. And I just hope you guys stick with me. SANGAHZ the Podcast. I will be doing this every Friday. I want to put a video up. Again, if there's any topic you want to address, you want me to address, if there's anyone you want me to interview, if you would like to be interviewed, I don't even want to call it an interview. Sometimes I just want it to be a chat, Thank God that we're here. We survived. Keep prayers going up for the people in California who lost their homes. I ask that you continue to pray for me. I'll continue to pray for you. Let's keep this thing going. SANGAHZ the Podcast 2025. Let's dig in. God bless y'all.